I'm going to solder the tab on in order to connect the wire. So what I've done is I've taken just a little copper strip, folded it in half, fluxed it thoroughly, and now just positioned it on there. It's sometimes helpful to put this on a insulated pad. There we go. And then I just use standard solder. Now, the idea here is to have a very clean tip. Not like that. Let's try that again. And if you've got some scale on your tip like this, you might want to get rid of it. Just a nice, shiny, metallic tip. There we go. And the idea is to heat first and then apply solder. But in order to get the heat going, you got to apply just a little dab of solder, and you just work it back and forth. You see here, and that's really all we need. We just want a thin flash of solder. And do the same thing at the back. And then we flip the board over and do the other side. Same thing times 2. It also helps to use really thin solder. The active word here is the thinner the better, because you don't want to have a massive raised groove. I'm actually just going to put a little more heat on that one. I'm not entirely sure it got all the way in there. There we go. That looks nice. So when you're done, you can see there's no big blobs. You should be able to run your finger over it, nice and smooth. And even then, I usually will scrape any of the solder that bubbled up on the tab. I scrape that off. I only want solder between the tab, the inside of the tab and the board. So it's not bad. There's not much to clean there. There's a little bit to clean here. There you go. And then we'll just make another tab, which is fairly simple. I'll just grab the cutters, cut out an appropriate size tab, and then I just take it on the board and fold it right around. Center it approximately. Give it a push. And then I take it off and give an additional squish just to give it a little bit of tension. I recommend that, again, that you flux everything. So a little bit of no clean flux one side. And you really only want to flux the area that you actually want to solder. Now, What am I doing wrong here? Nothing. Okay, there we go. Sometimes I get a little confused. And we want to also flex the part that the tab that we're putting on. And there we go, 2 tabs installed. Now we just gotta solder it on there. Again, I always put the heat on the tab. That way the solder will get kind of sucked up into the tab. Clean, make sure you got a nice clean tip. And a bit of patience. And there you go, 2 soldered tabs. Just clean up some of the extra filler. We want these as flat as possible, because that will allow us to get the plate closer, the heating plate closer to the aluminum plate.